There I am. Hello, America. Am I too close? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my God. That... How do you do this? We're gonna talk about... It's about fucking time you got here. How do you work this thing? I don't understand it. It's not my fault. You're the one that was fucking late. We've talked about this shit. Remember, you gave me shit? And then, you know, here you are late again.
I went to this...
You look like you had a bad night.
There was this party. They called it a rave.
Right,
it was like two counties over. And there was white people.
You walked 2 counties
everywhere.
Over? Right, white people.
Well, I don't know how I got back.
I like white people.
And, like, there was this balcony... And there was a stage, but all they had was like turntables on it. It was weird.
That sounds awesome.
I was on. There was blue lights, everywhere.
Yeah, man.
And just techno music, non-stop, just like. Gave me pills.
Wow.
And I took them.
You should never take pills that you didn't know what they were. They didn't tell you. You don't take pills.
Like,
did you know those people?
Feel my face.
You never take pills from people at parties like that, do you?
They were white people. I figured it'd be okay.
Right, but are you white? Welcome to our show, America. We're going to talk about some news today. One of the things I found interesting as I was reading and watching was in this...
Robert Englund turned 65.
I don't know who that is.
He played Freddy Krueger.
I never watched those.
He raised me more than my parents did.
Was he the one that had the scars?
Yeah, and the claws.
Oh, that poor man. He lived to be 65? Oh, that poor
He's not dead. He just turned 65.
No, but that's really old to be so ugly your entire life. Can you imagine going through life like that?
He wore makeup to look like that.
What?
Like, he didn't really look like that.
Like, to look better? Okay, this is a story that men or women could find interesting. I read on the news. There was a list of things that women wish men knew. And I'm going to share some of these things with you. Okay? Not all women want a long-term relationship. Okay? Some of us just want, you know, the fun part. Like you men out there want, okay? If you're one of those guys, you need to pick and choose your women, okay? We don't all want a ring. We're not all gonna grab you by the nuts or whatever and attach that ball and chain, okay?
That's where the ball and chain goes?
Yes. You didn't know that?
I don't want you like your ankle like in prison.
No.
Women are sadistic.
Well, what can I say? We know our shit.
There's no treatment to remove burns.
Yes, there is. I saw it on that one show. The Craft. Remember? She had the scars on her back, and they did the needle, and they just came off.
I didn't like that movie. It had the girl that looked like Alicia Silverstone, but it wasn't Alicia Silverstone. But you kept wanting the blonde one.
I don't know which one. I can't remember.
In The Craft? You don't even remember? Then how do you know?
No, I've seen the movie, but she wasn't famous. As I was saying, in a foreign country,
they found like this huge ice worm
near
in
England.
Iceland.
I'm trying to tell a story.
I'm telling you a story. There was this huge ice worm, and they
no one wants to hear what you have to say.
It's the Iceland Loch Ness Monster.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Iceland Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, explain the fucking Iceland Loch Ness Monster to me.
It was like this huge worm that they saw in the water.
Right.
And that was it, really.
Right.
But it was pretty cool.
It was probably a snake. I'm sure they did think about that. Well, then, too big to be a snake, but big enough to be a worm? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It was a huge worm.
Snakes are bigger. Well, it could have been a big snake.
Snakes
fucking hey, dude, haven't you heard of anaconda?
Anacondas live in the Amazon,
they
not
could have
Iceland.
swam up there. Fucking hey. Now stop.
No, they couldn't.
I'm telling a story. It's a very interesting
story. You know? Hey.
About Bulgaria, where they have these graves, right? They're called vampire graves.
Iceland
because these
is
people,
green,
like,
Greenland
you know, in the vampire movies. Okay. they stab him in the heart, but they're dug up with these crosses stabbed through the heart, and everybody thinks it's a vampire. And that really happens over there somewhere in this Bulgaria place near Transylvania. So, huh, Transylvania.
Twilight sucked.
Dutch never got nobody laid, honey, okay? Bring out the dough, buy me some jewelry, buy me some rings, pay me for dinner, take me out to a nice restaurant, and then we'll talk.
So,
okay?
They have to exchange goods to get sex. Correct?
You really don't know any of this?
No, I'm just
This is really all news to you?
Because if, they're paying for something and in return they're getting sex.
Well, and not necessarily like, buy me dinner and I'm going to have sex with you. It's like your chances are exponentially increased if you buy me dinner. You are for sure ain't going to get none if I'm paying. Or if I don't ever get gifts. Or if you don't ever bring me flowers and shit like that. I mean, we're women. We want to be wined and dined. And then eventually, on down the road, you might get a really nice surprise.
So all women are hookers. They just don't admit it.
You're just being rude now. You're just arguing with me for the sake of arguing, okay? Let's use your brain a little bit. Come up with something better now, okay?
Robert Englund's better than Englund.
I don't know what you're talking about. The typical, you're not really one of the men that I'm talking to here. I'm talking to the attractive, athletic, good-looking men that actually have a chance with women.
Loser types.
Those are the ones I'm talking to. Whatever you want to call them, but holding open the door, telling me how beautiful I look. I want some flowers every now and then. Just call me to say hi. Just call me to see how was your day. These are the little things that matter, and they will get you far. Perhaps not quite as far as jewelry will, but they help. They help. And I found that very interesting.
You like little things.